Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So I have finished my first Carina challenge, as we can see by the objectives, and we have done a very good job because I actually had a quite good run. I did use a couple of revives, but all of them were due to input error, and actually I'm super happy with my plan, which I did change the last minute. So my team did look a little bit different. Therefore, I'm gonna kind of run the breakdown and post-mortem of these fights effectively. So for Dr. Doom, I actually ended up using Okoye, and she turns out to be a large-sized champion. So whilst you can get your mediums and lights glanced, but you do not get glance your heavies, your intercepts, and your special attacks. And it actually, because of the ensnare has a double chance to cancel the glancing. Number one, it can cancel the glancing itself. Number two, it can cancel the damage back from it. Okoye is perfectly capable of doing this fight, and that was a solo, so 0 revives here. Then Kushal against Terax was over in like a minute, so there was 0 revives. That is super easy, just, don't get hit and there's nothing else to it. Vision against Starhand Spider-Man, also solo, 0 revives. Again, nothing crazy there. Just use your taunt, bait out the level 1s basically. And that's it. Make sure you have taunt up at all times. Against MODOK, I used Okoye. 0 revives. He's a bit annoying, but, it's just a MODOK. And he doesn't have parry mastery, so tough. When he auto-blocks you, it's not end of the world. Spider-Ham was Starkey against Spider-Ham. That was a bit finicky fight. The key to this fight is that effectively, as soon as you are past a bar of power, you want to immediately throw your special on the hit that you use to cross your bar of power. That prevents Spider-Ham from gaining his spider nonsense charges, means you don't need to deal with their weight. The biggest danger in this fight is that you're going to get cornered. So in between, you baiting out the special attack, you also want to be hitting Spider-Ham's block to make sure you're not cornered, because he can go stingy with his specials. That is kind of like the challenge of that fight, but Starhand Spider-Man did that fight perfectly reasonably well. So Weapon X Kushala, that was 0 revives. I did mess up at the beginning, but I didn't die. So, Dot works fine, and Kushala can block unblockables too if you do have your blue spell active. Thing against Jean, it's just a fairly lengthy, boring fight. There's nothing really stopping you. Jean worked fantastic. Korg, we also did manage to solo. Jean Grey is a very good option for this because she does energy damage, so she doesn't need to worry about the damage back. And when you parry, he doesn't shrug off the parry, and you can, you have the passive stun, so that helps a lot. You can get in your heavies easily. Dragon Man actually ended up messing around because Dragon Man was just absolutely annoying, not throwing his specials. That was part of me, that was my fault, because I didn't put the taunt on the Ant-Man relic. I ended up dying to Spider-Woman and then finishing off with Starkhand Spider-Man, but I'll just mark it down as a revive. Not where I technically use revive. You can definitely also, solo this fight. I just messed up and had a bit crappy AI. Now this fight, actually, I used 1 revive with, I died with Kushala and I finished it with Okoye. So it's kind of like Kushala / Okoye here, really. And in that case, I didn't. It invalidate me. Well, 1 revive. So it's gonna be finished with Okoye. But later I needed Kushala, so I had to revive her anyways. But I just messed up. Honestly, I would just go in with Okoye. Okoye can do this fight reasonably well. The key to this fight is, unless you're using somebody that nullifies Black Panther's buffs, or, deals with Unstoppable, is very simple. You want pushing level 2s, because then you have less time to wait out the Footloose, and you're fine. So if you're not countering this fight directly, you do want to push Black Panther Civil War to level 2, and also be careful when you parry, because again, he can go unblockable when he's under regeneration effect, and he can reflect the stun back at you if he has his shield up. But yeah, Okoye would have done this fight fine. I should have used Okoye. Nightcrawler was 0 revives with Okoye, just shut down the weight. a punching bag. This is also a punching bag type fight with Okoye. Got down the weight, 0 issues. Domino was another nuke. Kushala nukes her very, 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 very well, and Power Shield just explodes Kushala's damage, and it's super easy to intercept her, so Kushala destroyed this. Mojo, surprisingly, Starhand Spider-Man. I just ramped my Starkey at the beginning, and then basically I just didn't dash back. That was the base idea, because I did have the taunt, so he was more liberal throwing his specials. I did have the power control on my heavy attack, and I did have the auto evades, not to be forced to dash in special attacks. And there's that stagger that heals you up a little bit. So it was a very solid Starhand Spider-Man solo. Loved it with my rank 4 Starkey. Mortal Eye-Bomb is just a fairly lengthy fight. Eye-Bomb's kind of tanky, but you know, nothing crazy there. It's a basic Eye-Bomb fight. APOC, Starhand Spider. I did end up taking, you know, a chip damage. I lost like 30% health, but a nice solo there. Why not? Sasquatch, again, nothing too crazy. Just, you know, make sure he doesn't go red and you're good. Your debuffs deal with his regeneration. You keep knocking him down enough times, you know, throughout the fight. So, yeah, very basic Spider-Man fight. Killmonger, Jean Grey kind of counters him very well. You do give him a lot of power, inflicting your neuroshocks, but you're not taking the damage from his reverberate if you have your shield active. And you always have those dots on you, so it was nice and easy fight. Void was nice and easy solo with Okoye as well. Yeah, because you cross your combo meter very, very quickly. Initially, obviously, you do want to pay attention to how many of your weaknesses stick, but you know, your special attack does a ton of damage, and then if you can get in that heavy to refresh your dots from that special, you're just balling. Nick Fury, 0 revives. Okoye again, just key to this fight is push him to level 2, which again is super easy with Okoye if you know how to do the stand-up intercept especially. You don't need to worry about kinetic transference at all. And the boss, actually I was on a pace to solo him with Okoye, but I messed up that one fight, and then he was completely bugged, and all sorts of weird stuff happened. Like I entered the fight, and it was locked in the cinematic screen for a couple of my fights. Then I entered the fight, and as soon as the fight started, Thanos had already crossed the distance and smacked me in the face with a medium, which immediately KOs you. So he actually nuked my entire team. I was about to solo him, I messed up once, and then it was kind of like bugs galore, effectively. But overall, I like my team. Definitely could have done it without any revives at all. For the most part, it was either bags bad, very, very, very unlucky bad AI, or a bit of user error too. And yeah, I don't think I would massively change my team. If I would, maybe I would swap Kushala out for Nico. Because Nico would have been better for the Black Panther Civil War. That would have made this fight easy, because with my team, this can be a little bit annoying. But again, Okoye, or I could have just used Okoye from the beginning. A lot of people ask who you can replace with what. You can kind of replace Starhand Spider-Man with Prowler. Prowler's going to be very slow against Vision, but you do have Taunt on level 1s. That's going to be a lengthy fight, and then you can do the rest of the fights there with Prowler that you use Starkey for most part. So Prowler is kind of like a reasonably good swap option, but Prowler, wait, yeah. Prowler is a hero, right? Anyways, Starkey is who I replaced it here. Sorry, Starkey is who I used. But again, a lot of people ask, can you replace Okoye with something? If you do replace Okoye with somebody, then you need basically entirely different team construction. And that goes with quite a few of these champions. Last minute change was Spider-Woman for Hulk. Hulk's arguably maybe better for this, but kind of made it work. And yeah, overall, very happy with my run. Not any major issues. So, I think perfectly reasonable. And yes, I will share this sheet with you guys. This will be attached to the video description as well as the pinned comment. That's it for now, and stay tuned for the upcoming challenge guides and round breakdowns. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next